I want to share a productivity insight that I think is very specific to female business owners that you might have never considered to achieve your goals, to be productive, your monthly plans. It's the end of the year. We're all feeling a little bit like, how do I end this year strong? Like feeling so lost with like a brain fog and all the things. So I wanted to make this video, especially because after talking to from some of my girlfriends who are also wedding videographers or wedding photographers, I also have another friend who's a public speaker. She's just like, I can't think of anything to put out. I need like a producer, and I just am so bogged down. I would actually encourage you to check out your menstrual cycle. There's a whole entire process of following your menstrual cycle and cycle syncing. Before I get into talking about this topic, I want to disclaim that I am not a health professional. I am just a health enthusiast. I enjoy self-care, and everything I do in my business and in my life is all towards the goal of creating a more calm and sustainable life and business, and to make more money so I don't have to be hustling, and to just optimize and streamline things as best as possible as a working mom to a toddler, and also still holding a 9-to-5 job as well, and being a homeowner and a wife and all the different hats we wear in life and in business. So that is basically how I have come to find this information helpful for myself in balancing everything and finding a nice work-life balance. So at the time of filming this, we are the week before Thanksgiving. The best way that you can be productive during your menstrual phase of your cycle is journaling, goal setting, and just keeping a log, and kind of turning inward to your body and your thoughts and your mind, just where you feel like you're at currently. This is also a great time to jot down the ideas that you have. This isn't the time to be content creating and trying to pump out stuff for marketing and showing up for your business. Like, you really want to honor this phase of your cycle as a part that you're able to strengthen yourself and shed the things that you do not need anymore, and to evaluate that through journaling of just seeing, okay, what worked, what didn't work, and what can I improve on? What do I want to add to my plate? What do I want to take off my plate? After your menstrual phase, we then go into our follicular phase. This is when our body is starting to get a little bit more energy. And so from the information that I have found, this is a great time to ideate. It's also a great time to start thinking about the content topics that you want to do for your business. So this is a good time to not necessarily show up yet, but you could start, plan what you want to batch. Go into your Google Calendar and then see where you want to schedule your content batching days. This is a time where you want to just really create a plan during your follicular phase. This is like when you are going to be the most magnetic naturally. You're going to speak clearer. Your brain during your follicular and ovulation phase is like firing more, and like you're just on it more. You're not in a fog like you are in your luteal and menstrual parts of your cycle. So definitely think of like content batching, reaching out to people, inquiring, trying to make connections, networking, all during your late follicular into your ovulation part of your cycle. After your ovulation part of your cycle, this is now when you're gonna get into your luteal phase. So this is a great time to honestly wrap up projects. So for me as a wedding videographer, I feel very drawn to like wrap up, my wedding video edits, to send out teaser videos. And then I also strategically, I like send out my content now to people that I like created all this content during my ovulation phase. I'm gonna be like sending out all of my YouTube edits to my editor, or I'm gonna be editing anything myself, whether for YouTube or my wedding videography clients. And then this is also a great time to be like sending out and delivering films or galleries if you're a wedding photographer. Then you can truly lay low for your menstrual phase. And then in terms of social media, typically when I send things out, especially during like this luteal phase, I'm like, cool, please go ahead and tag me, add me as a collaborator on Instagram. Instagram, because then in essence, that whole week when I'm in my menstrual phase, usually that's when people are posting things, and then I just have to check in, engage, and then like approve the collaboration. And then they technically did like my social media for the week that I'm like in menstrual phase mode. So that's a little hack for sure. Send all your client projects, wrap things up in your luteal phase, and I promise you, you'll likely get people posting on your social media during that week after in your menstrual phase. I'm in my luteal phase right now, and I feel like I'm talking in circles a little bit, so please forgive me for that. So the next time you're just really in brain fog and you're just like, I can't think of anything, I can't think of any content ideas, I don't know where I'm having an existential crisis, I feel insecure, I would beg for you to please look at your menstrual cycle and see where you are, what phase you're in, and that would make a lot of sense if you are in your luteal phase or your menstrual phase and you're feeling a little bit, down and just tired and like just wanting to rest. Like if you're just really, really wanting to rest, you probably do. You probably need to rest. And it's probably because you're also in your luteal phase or menstrual phase. You're not in that like go-getter, self-starter, action taker, high energy part of your cycle. That's going to come in a couple weeks. As for the rest of the year, hopefully this video is finding you at a time that you can take action on this, see where you are in your menstrual cycle, and then, really evaluate what can you do right at this point in time in your cycle to make things easier for the next phase, and then pour over into the next phase and the next phase. Like say if you're finding this in your menstrual phase right now and you're just like, why do I feel so bogged down? Oh my goodness, I feel the pressure that I need to like content create, and I feel all this pressure that I need to keep up with my business and stuff like this, or I need to post on social media. Like your next 30-day content plan should be like, journal all of the things you're feeling, journal all of the topics on your mind, jot down any client projects that you want to edit or that you have coming up, and then you're going to get into your follicular phase shortly. Like script any videos you want to make, plan out, actually like put things into your calendar when you're going to actually do them. I would encourage you to batch it when you are in those ovulation days. Like usually we have 3 to 4 days that we have the highest energy. I would encourage you to take that follicular time and plan all of your ideas, to batch them and have them done between those 3 to 4 days. If it's anything that you need to film for something like this, that's when I would also get a head start, like the luteal phase stuff, which is buttoning up projects. So batch your content in ovulation phase, get a head start on some client work, especially when you have that extra energy. That's also a great time that if you need to like upsell or do anything as far as like reaching out to couples and just letting them know, hey, like I have this gallery almost ready for you. Did you want any add-ons while I'm at it? An album, or if you want a longer trailer film or anything, or a longer wedding film or anything like that. That's when I would go ahead and reach out to them and pitch yourself more, like as when you're in your ovulation phase. And then in luteal phase, which is the longest phase, unfortunately, when we have the lowest energy, that is when you could be buttoning up everything and outsourcing any edits that you don't particularly need to do. So again, like for YouTube, you can outsource those. Then come the menstrual week of your cycle, now you have all of this stuff that you have out there. It's scheduled, it is completed because you completed it in your luteal phase, or you sent it out to people during your luteal phase and you buttoned up those projects, and your clients are going to be posting on your behalf, tagging you, and you're going to be able to just rest during your menstrual phase of your cycle. I'll be coming out with my Busy Bee CEO bundle, which is going to be my Notion. It's got a mix of Notion templates and my Google Calendar template. So that's all going to be put together in one, and I'm really excited about that. Let me know in the comments if actually you would prefer individual ones and an option to purchase just individual templates, or if you would prefer just the option of the CEO bundle. Obviously with the bundle, you're going to get a discount versus like a la carte purchasing. So yeah, I'm excited. I have more videos coming up too about productivity. I see the Chinese New Year is more of the beginning of a new year, not because I'm half Chinese, but because January really just feels like an overflow of a lot of stuff happening in December, and we're just like regaining our traction and our footing. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and take care for now.